Hello and welcome to History of Dragon Ball. Today we are giving our recap and review of Chapter 74 of the Dragon Ball Super Manga. So we have just had Chapter 74 of the Dragon Ball Super Manga drop, with this one being called Vegeta vs Granolah. And it is an awesome issue. But before we quickly get into that recap, let's give a quick summary of what had happened just leading up to these events. So in the last chapter, Chapter 73, we had Goku versus Granolah, and in this we saw an Ultra Instinct Goku lose to Granolah. Initially, Goku was actually fighting just a clone of Granolah and somewhat struggling in his Ultra Instinct form. But when this was realised and the real Granolah came, he quickly dropped Goku with one devastating blow. So although Granolah had slightly underestimated the Saiyan, he still was no match for the true power from Granolah's wish. So with Goku now knocked down and out, it was time for Vegeta to step up. And so this is where we get into Chapter 74. So on the front cover we see the Shigarians quickly leaving the town because of all the shockwaves and earthquakes being caused by the battle. As now, Vegeta has stopped Granolah killing Goku and decided to take on the fight instead. Vegeta, being a bit more battle savvy, boasts that any kind of clones are not going to work on him. Granolah would have to try and use his full power if he really wants to defeat him. This is where Granolah reveals again that it is Frieza he is saving his full power to kill, not these Saiyans. However, he still wants to wipe out all Saiyans, so he will kill them anyway. Vegeta tries to explain to Granolah that they are not friends with Frieza, they do not work for Frieza. In fact, Vegeta was just a kid when Planet Cereal was destroyed. But Granolah does not care, he's actually quite stubborn in this, he just wants to kill all Saiyans, basically willing to punish the son for the father's faults. But in a way, Vegeta doesn't care too much because it means he gets a good fight. And Vegeta is not stupid, so he immediately transforms into his Super Saiyan Blue evolved state. He knows that there is no point messing about, he needs to go straight in full power to try and take down Granolah. He even shows off some of his new powers that he has been developing with his training with Beerus by sending several rocks to explode right around Granolah. However, this does not even faze Granolah, claiming that Vegeta's power is really just lacking, it is a bit of nothing at this point. So, in his own way, he summons a much larger boulder and throws that at Vegeta. But this is almost just a distraction, as Granolah uses this to fly through and land one hell of a punch into Vegeta's gut. Despite this, Vegeta still manages to fire a ki blast right at Granolah, at point blank range that is, but still, Granolah manages to escape. So Granolah counters one more time and this knocks Vegeta down into a river. Vegeta tries to escape underwater, but due to Granolah's eye, he can shoot him from a distance. Vegeta does try and physically stop this blast, but he is unable to due to its power and he is sent out of the water onto the riverbank. This is another point where Granolah actually is a bit surprised about how strong these two Saiyans are. Although he's still not worried about being able to beat them, it just shocks him that two Saiyans could have reached this level of power on their own, or meaning without any kind of wish like he did. Here, Vegeta even admits to Granolah that yes, his strength and techniques are far better than his own, which for Vegeta that is almost saying something. But despite this, Vegeta is still confident he will win, which sounds much more like the Vegeta that we know. The battle starts up again, and this is where Goku wakes up, immediately suffering an intense pain in the area where Granolah had struck him. He is actually almost shocked that Vegeta has taken over the battle. But now, going back to the battle, Vegeta is just trying to really goad Granolah. There's a point where Granolah shoots a blast and Vegeta dodges it so that it actually goes and destroys part of the Cerulean ruins that are just behind them. And this just angers Granolah that much more. But this is what Vegeta's trying to do. He's trying to taunt Granolah. He's trying to say that, look, you have power, but you don't have battle experience to go with it. Just because you're the strongest doesn't mean you are the best, and it does not mean that you will automatically win. Basically showing that Vegeta knows Granolah has only just recently acquired this power and done no training to try and master it. He's happy to confirm it, but he's still fully confident he will win. So he breaks through and lands a massive kick into Vegeta's stomach. However, Vegeta actually manages to counter this slightly by grabbing his leg and delivering a sharp downward elbow into it. This doesn't affect Granolah too much and he quickly regains his composure, again claiming without any doubt that he will win here today. This is something that just motivates Vegeta though. It is something that he has not felt in a while. He knows that no outcome is certain, but he also knows that there's no planet to fight for. He is just in a battle again. This is his true Saiyan instincts taking back over. He can just enjoy the fight, enjoy fighting a powerful opponent, and enjoy improving himself. This bloodlust of the Saiyans that runs deep within him is rising to the top again. And he explains that although Granolah was the strongest at that point of his wish, that does not mean he will be the strongest tomorrow or the day after. It is just one point in history that Granolah was the strongest for. It doesn't mean he will stay the strongest. Vegeta has been improving throughout the battle, where Granolah just stays the same. It is the difference between a true warrior and just someone who wished for power. Granolah almost gets a bit frustrated by Vegeta mouthing off like Vegeta does, so he thinks he needs to finish this off quick. So Granolah goes in for one pressure point blow, like he did with Goku. And this, with just his fingers, hits Vegeta in the stomach again, and it painfully breaks his battle armor and knocks him back to his base form. Considering this was just his fingers, it is a big blow as it causes Vegeta to cough up blood all over Granolah's arm. But despite this, Vegeta in pain, blood now pouring out of him, he only begins to laugh. Like I said, this is an experience he hasn't felt in a long time. He just loves it. This actually causes Granolah to step back. He's surprised. How is Vegeta laughing at a point like this? He is almost close to death, but Vegeta is enjoying it. It's a very strange thing to Granolah, and he becomes even more surprised now as Vegeta's aura swells up to an almighty level. The flames engulf him. He begins to transform. And here we even see Goku noting that Vegeta's ki has changed. This is a god-type ki, but different. Granolah does try to fire at Vegeta while he is transforming, but this does nothing. Granolah can only stare and really be in complete shock when he sees how Vegeta has changed. Vegeta has now transformed. His training with Beerus as a destroyer has allowed him to ascend to this new amazing form, which is basically the form of a destroyer. A bit like we see from Top in the Tournament of Power, this is Vegeta's version. And now, Vegeta, with his brand new form, is ready to take on Granolah again, boasting that this new power is derived solely from instinct and is completely unbounded. He will now defeat Granolah. And that is where this chapter of the manga ends. And my god, is that such a tease for the next one again. I really do think that this issue is probably my favourite of this entire arc. And I know I've said that before, but I do feel like it keeps improving. I'm so glad that Vegeta is getting his time to step up past Goku, achieve his new form, and hopefully for once in a very, very long time, that this new form will actually prove the difference maker. So all in all, I'm a massive fan of what they are doing at the moment. I know some people say that it's too much of a Goku and Vegeta show these days, but they are just so many levels ahead now, it's hard to really include anyone else. And bringing in Vegeta going down this God of Destruction path, I just think is a great idea. So obviously one of the main things we have to talk about is the transformation. Now, I cannot wait to see this in the anime. That flame aura, this new eyebrowless Vegeta, I think is going to be an amazing moment to see. I think that it will rival the Ultra Instinct transformation against Jiren. But the question will come in the next issue is, will this form really do anything? Will it be just another instance of a new transformation, doesn't quite finish the job? Or will it really be Vegeta gets his moment, he can defeat Granolah, he can persuade Granolah that not all Saiyans are the same? Vegeta has gone through such a journey, so to convince someone else of this would be a massive step for him. And I really think it could be a good way to go, although I would still love to see Vegeta actually get a kill for once. But it does make me think that there can't be too much longer now left with this battle. Granolah keeps going on about how it is Frieza that he truly wants to kill. So Granolah is going to have to meet Frieza at some point. I'll be very shocked if he doesn't, which obviously then means Vegeta is not going to kill him. So would he then team up with the Saiyans? Would that work again? Are we going to get another instance of a bad guy becoming good? I don't really know, to be honest. I'm unsure how they are really going to go on from here. To be honest, I'm just excited to see. I'm more excited than I have been for the Dragon Ball Super Manga in quite a while, if I am perfectly honest with you. But now, before I finish, there is one more thing I want to talk about, and that is the art from this manga. And it is something I really feel deserves a massive shout out. Because this issue is very action based, the impact of the chapter does come down to the standard of the art. If the art was lacking when there's not much dialogue, then the whole chapter will fall flat. But this did not happen. Some of the panels were just amazing, and at least for me, I can just picture it in anime form with the pure color, even though it is a black and white manga. I just cannot wait to see it adapted. There'll be such legendary moments, like the section where they're fighting by the waterfall will look amazing. The part where Vegeta transforms will be amazing. So much of it will be amazing, so long as they don't mess anything up. So all in all, I will say about this issue, I am very, very impressed. But now I've reached my recap and quick review on the manga, I would love to hear from all of you. What do you think of it? How do you feel about the way that this Granolah arc is going? Do you think it's going a good way, bad way? Are you happy with Vegeta's new form? Or do you think it is just another grasp at nothing? I mean, technically he didn't get Super Saiyan Blue evolved that long ago, so to get this new destruction form, is it just a bit too soon? And I have seen some people say that. I would just be very curious to hear from all of you, your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And so, thank you very much if you have managed to reach the end of this video here with me today. I hope you are still enjoying these manga recaps and reviews, and so with the next chapter coming out on August 18th, I will see you then for the next review video, but I will see you next week for the next normal video on the history of Dragon Ball.